Hello YouTube and welcome to RetroB8. In today's episode we're going to be looking at one of my most favourite nostalgic games ever on the Amiga. That game is going to be the Chaos Engine by the Bitmap Brothers. This is the second video that I've done in the series. The first one was a bit of a mashup of my favourite games, but now that I've started to get a few more of them in the collection, I'm going to start going more in depth and doing a little small recap on some of my favourite games that I played on the Amiga 1200. But before we do that, let's take a look at who the Bitmap Brothers were. The Bitmap Brothers were based in Wapping, East London, and were privately owned. The company's managing director was Mike Montgomery, who had founded the company together with Eric Matthews and Steve Kelly. Mike Montgomery later went on to take the sole control of the business. Mark John Coleman was a computer graphics developer who frequently worked with the Bitmap Brothers, along with Dan Malone, who was responsible for the visual style that became the trademark of Bitmap Brothers games. Other key staff included the technical director John Phillips, art director John Kershaw, business development director Ed Bartlett, and the creative director Jamie Barber. They publicised themselves as rock stars and were featured in the press, posing in dark sunglasses standing next to the helicopter of Robert Maxwell, the owner of Microsoft, the publisher of a number of their games. But here's another story. The titles that the Bitmap Brothers released were Xenon in 1988, Speedball also in 1988, the superb Xenon 2 Mega Blast, which came out in 1989, and for me, possibly the best sports game on the Amiga, Speedball 2 Brutal Deluxe, released in 1990. Then in 1991, they released the quite superb Gods, which was a fantastic platformer. Then there was a gap of around 2 years before the Chaos Engine came out in 1993. 3 years later, in 1996, they eventually released the Chaos Engine 2. However, this was not a very good game whatsoever. The Chaos Engine is a top-down run-and-gun video developed by the Bitmap Brothers. It was published by Renegade Software in March 1993. The game is set in the steampunk Victorian age, in which one or two players must battle hostile creations of the eponymous Chaos Engine across 4 landscapes and ultimately defeat it and its deranged inventor. It was first released on the Commodore Amiga, with a version available for AGA Amigas, and later ported to MS-DOS, the Super Nintendo, the Atari ST, the Amiga CD32, and Sega Mega Drive, among a few other platforms. In the SNES and the Mega Drive versions, the character Creature had his clerical collar removed and was renamed the Scientist. The US versions of these two ports were retitled Soldiers of Fortune. The sequel to the game, the Chaos Engine 2, was released in 1996. So guys, now you know about as much as me about the Bitmap Brothers and the Chaos Engine and a couple of the other games. Let's get down to some gameplay.
power. Exit open. Level complete. Exit open. Level complete.
Well, guys, that game has aged like a fine wine in my opinion. It's absolutely just as good as when I used to play it 20 odd years ago. Yeah, still love the music. I love the graphics. I love the style of the game. To me, it always feels like a game of Gauntlet, but it's just been souped up. You're in a maze. You're trying to find the exit. You and your friend are playing along together. The guy who like the computer control player, he's actually helpful as well. Quite a lot of the time, he doesn't just stand around getting shot and you've got to try and save him. He actually does help you out. For me, this will always be a nostalgic, just a great nostalgic game that I've got real fond memories of and that I sunk a hell of a lot of time into. So I'm going to get back to this, guys. Thanks for watching RetroB8. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed watching this video today, and it'd be great to see you back. So from RetroB8, goodbye.